Hey Steve, just wanted to give you a quick video to I know Chrissy had said you felt a little uncomfortable restringing a guitar, and so I wanted to show you just the quick tips to it. Obviously I've already unwound this, and this is going to be easy to do because once you pull the strings out up top and loosen them, down here at this end you don't have the pegs, so they just come out pretty easily. And then we'll work on putting them back in. All right. This is how there's actually a package that all 6 strings come in, and they're labeled well, so that should be pretty easy to see. What we're going to do is, it doesn't matter what order you put them on in, that's really not the most important thing. The most important thing though, here, I'm missing this one. Here's our thickest string, labeled 6th. The most important thing about this is the way that you wind it up top. So we're just going to insert this into the hole, and just looks like it kind of hangs when you get it in, but it feeds pretty well. I'll feed it all the way through so it's nice and tight on this end, and it will tighten up once we do it here. So the key to this is there's 2 tips. One, you want all the strings to come inside of the gear and wrap this way. So you want to make sure that the tension is going from inside out. The wrong way would be if you wrapped it and it ends up looking like it's going outside in. That's how you know. And then the other thing that's just important is you want, by the end, once it's tightened and wound, you want to have at least 2 rings around each peg. So a lot of times with the thicker ones, that means you need a little bit more string to start with, and with the thinner ones, you need a little less. If you get more than 2, it's totally fine. If you end up with 1, it's totally fine too. I mean, Alexa's not going to be, rocking this out. So to do that though, often what I do is I'll pull the string tight, and I'll just pull it and kind of mark where the next peg is. Does that make sense? So the next peg up, the E string is going into this first peg. I pull it up to the next peg, and that gives me a pretty good sense of where I want to start winding. So I'll feed it into the hole, and once I kind of get to that spot where I've already marked it with my hand, I just do a quick bend. Once I've bent it, that way I can put some pressure and pull it on this end, slide it into the groove on the nut, and then I have this little string winder. It's $3, and it just helps you wind really well. So, and I'm just holding the string in the nut so that as I feed it, it's kind of staying in place. Again, you see that it's winding from the inside and going this way. And so if you start winding and you notice it's going outside in, you just flip it around. That's pretty tight. The other thing I'll do is I'll use the app on my phone, which I can't use right now. I have a tuning app, and so I can kind of set it. You can find tuning apps for free, and you can set it so that you hear what the E is supposed to sound like, and then you can get it pretty close. I don't have something here for me, but that's a pretty good way. So once you do that to all 6 strings, you should be pretty good to go. Finally, I just take a pair of wire cutters at the end, and I just clip it close. Sometimes once you clip it, you'll want to bend it down just so that it doesn't, it's obviously pokey. So that way you bend it down and make sure girls aren't getting stuck in their fingers. But if they do, they'll only stick their finger once, I promise. All right, Merry Christmas.